Hi friends! This is DaintyTank. Thank you for joining me. This is Highway Blossoms Part 14. Poke the Totoro in the upper iCard area. I think we're getting close to the end of the original run with Highway Blossoms. I'm a little bit happy about that. Not gonna lie. Especially since last time they played Blackjack, which is a luck-based game, then unless you're card counting, which I don't think either of them were. And it ended up that everything was fine and they kept the treasure, but they didn't give any of this stuff back, and I don't understand relationships with any of this group. Anyways, so got to California, went to the giant thermometer, started talking in the restaurant, in the diner, and then Amber had feelings because she hasn't dealt with anything. None of her guilt and feelings about having to go through this road trip to live out her Gramps' ideas and thoughts. She hasn't dealt with any of the grief. None of it. Not one bit. She's basically buried it in codependency. Talk. Communicate. I'm not gonna dig into it. We're gonna just play. We're gonna play. It's gonna be fine. Load the game. We're gonna load this guy. She's just walked back out because she was feeling absolute emotions. Blazing hot tears stream down my cheeks as I stumble through the motorhome. I'm choking, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. How can I forget, even only for a second? Am I really that heartless? I want to throw up. I can barely stand, tearing down all the magnets on the fridge as I trip over my own tears. Next thing I know, I'm falling onto the bed, and even though I land on its stiff, concrete springs, I can feel like I'm falling. The ceiling is getting further and further away as I sink deeper. I jerk myself up, faced with a photo that has comforted me, and haunted me for so long. For a second, I smile again too, but then I remember, and it fades just as quickly. The tears start flowing again, harder than ever before. I curl into a ball and bury my face into my knees. Doesn't help muffle my crying, cover the shame, or even make me feel any better. I just cry. The cracks have been forming for a while now, and now I've shattered. I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to glue myself back together. It never occurred to me just how hard it would be when he was gone. Growing up, I wasn't just his responsibility, we were each other's responsibility. How many credit cards did I max up in those last few months? Even after he told me to stop, I kept pushing. Bank calls, doctor calls, middle of the night ER visits, everything. But nothing helped. Nothing. I tried so hard, but in the end I had to watch my best friend, the only person who ever wanted me, wither away. He held up his end of the bargain. Though every discovery, every stupid heartbreak, and every fight with Ma, he always took care of me, and always just loved me. I couldn't hold up mine though. I failed, even now. I feel I keep finding holes in everything I did. You can only try your best, and it really sounds like you tried everything you could. I could have found a specialty hospital. I could have read up more on new forms of medicine too. I could have, but I didn't. No, because you were taking care of someone. At what, 19? Jeez. And now he's gone. My pants are damp. They've been soaking up all my tears, but I don't care. Just want my grandpa back. The motorhome door opens and brushes against the outside wall, followed by soft footprints that creak along the floor. Marina. I try to act quick, sneaking a few final sniffs in before wiping away my tears, but it's no use. They just keep trickling down. She appears in the doorway. I turn away and drown out the sobbing with my hand. It's so embarrassing. Shouldn't have to see me like this. But I don't think I can muster enough composure to ask her to leave without breaking down. She's girlfriend. Let girlfriend help. Oh my god. Honeybee. Communicate. Marina reaches out for me, drenched with worry. But realization sets in and her eyes soften, reflecting a deep sense of genuine empathy and love. Silence, she sits down next to me and wraps her arms around my head before I can squirm away. Cradling me in her lap, she caresses my hair and cheeks with the tips of her fingers. My crying stops as I process it all, feeling nothing but her softness embracing me. Marina begins humming, gentle and breathing. I recognize the song instantly. It's from Gramps' favorite tape. She probably doesn't know the significance behind it. I've never even told her. But she remembered it. After all the times I've looped it, she remembered. The tears come back, but softer this time. She keeps humming regardless. It's a little choppy, her voice breaking off in some places due to lack of air, but I adore it all the same. I cry, and I cry, and I cry, letting myself go for the first time since it happened. Good! Yes, this is what you need to do. Let it go! It's okay not to be okay. It really is okay not to be okay. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a rock. You don't have to be an amber. You can cry. You can cry incoherently, slobbering, in the most ugly fashion ever. And that's okay. It is okay to not be okay. Promise. All while listening to her hum, hiding in my warm, safe bubble with Marina bundled tight around me. Right now, she's the most important person in the world to me. So much warmth. I don't just feel moved, I feel a resounding sense of something that's even more special than that, and I want to build on it. Turning around, I work my way up and kiss Marina's neck. The humming, caressing stop. This time I move to her collarbone. She winces back, tensing up. I pull away. For a moment, I feel like crying again, this time out of a different shade of guilt. But Marina looks back at me and smiles. I stare back, but she gives a short nod and cranes her neck out. Then, with a nod of my own, I lean back in, returning to her neck. Oh, are you making a new move here? Move. Making a move. Yes? Oh? Was that like a... What just happened? Is it more than the thermometer that's getting hot? The glow from the half-open sunlight creeps in from above and shines down a strand of light onto the blanket. It divides the bed in two. And slowly spreads across the room, casting off the morning shadows. My palm is warm and sweaty. Moving my fingers reveals my hand is still interlocked with Marina's. She never let go. Oh, that's adorable. I turn over and face her. She's still sleeping, curled on her side and laying on her arm, just so she can keep holding my hand. Soft and rhythmic, her breath brushes against my face. If I could, I'd watch her for hours. Trying not to wake her, I unchain my fingers, wiggling them until the numbness sets in and prickles away at my sleeping hand. Marina's nose wrinkles and the steady breathing stops. Swallowing, her eyes flutter open and she smiles. The day's first word slips out of her with a yawn.
Morning. Sorry, did I wake you up?
She snuggles in closer and takes a deep breath, keeping her deep, wide eyes on me.
You sleep okay?
After the fire wave, Marina seemed unsure for a bit. But when I look at her now, none of that is there anymore. She's completely trusting. It's a little terrifying that I gained that trust so fast, especially since we pivoted around each other for so long. That kind of trust, that kind of responsibility, it's a very special thing. I had it with Gramps, and now Marina has given the same thing to me. Are you going to replace her? Oh, okay. You're basically... That's a relation... Okay. I'm not gonna try. From taking her to the gas station, finding treasure, and even fending off weirdos, she's put her trust in me to be responsible for all of it. Sometimes I wonder if I deserve it. Sometimes I have moments where I know I don't. Like when I can't find some lousy treasure. Like when I'm not around to help her out of in a jam. Like when nothing I do can save someone, no matter how hard I try. Like when I just can't function. Like last night. Marina picked up on my silence. Her expression fades from trust to concern.
Something wrong?
Nah, it's all good. Slept fine.
I lean over to kiss her on the forehead, but pull back halfway. Ripping off the blanket, I leap out of bed and stretch. Marina turns a crimson red and eeps, throwing the covers over herself as our clothes from last night lay in heaps across the room. Ah, yeah, there it is. Okay. Basically, sadness turned into giggity. Okay, got it. I dig through the cupboard and toss her a change of clothes before slipping into my own and beginning our morning routine.
We got a big day ahead of us. Assuming traffic isn't crap, we should be in Palm Springs by late noon.
She peeks out from the blanket and grabs her clothes.
And then the festival.
Almost. We have about a day to kill.
I run the coffee maker and head to the bathroom to start brushing my teeth. Behind me, Marina is changing into her clothes. I can clearly see her in the mirror, but after last night, I'm not sure it matters anymore if I accidentally catch a glimpse of her.
So, do you know what bands you'd like to see yet?
My voice is garbled, muffled by the toothbrush stuffed in the corner of my mouth.
Kinda. I have a few ideas.
Good job with the voice acting there. Spit. Most of which is just bands me and Gramps liked.
We should look at the lineup later. See if there aren't a few bands you might want to check out.
Finished changing, she scoots in behind me, directing our eyes to the mirror as she rests her head on my shoulder.
It's fine. I'll watch whoever you want to watch, Amber.
I watch the mirror as my face goes blank. Marina nuzzles against my cheek, bringing with her an aching burden that presses down on my entire being. Why does she believe in me so much? Even when I'm such a wreck. Beep. Coffee maker beeps, saving me from being crushed by my own thoughts. I rip myself away from her.
Anyway, get ready. We're gonna hit the road as soon as you're done.
I rush to the sink. Steam rises out of a cup as my shaky hand pours the coffee, splattering most of it on the counter. Saying myself doesn't work. My body won't listen. The burning coffee splashes out on my skin as I wrench it to my mouth. It scalds my tongue and blisters down my throat. The pain sizzles all the way to my stomach. I gasp out a short scream, but quickly muffle it with my hand, with tears forming. I turn and make sure Marina didn't hear it over the running water. Once I'm sure, I wipe my eyes. After several sharp breaths, I pour myself another cup. Why are you doing this to yourself? Holy snap. Honeybee. Oh. Okay, you can't just bang out your grief from your grandpa. As much as you'll try. Not the best way to do this, my love. I drag myself to the driver's seat and slam my cup into the holder, then plant my head on the steering wheel. It honks. Jeez. The handles from the bathroom squeak, and the sound of water is reduced to a drip. A few minutes later, Marina trots down the motorhome and hops into her seat. Jerk my head up.
All set?
Yep. But... Are you sure nothing's wrong?
Everything's wrong, Marina. Everything. Forcing a smile, I turned the key and put the RV into drive.
Don't worry, everything's fine. Just a little tired.
False. Communicate. Oh my god. Marina studies me for a few seconds, then shrugs and looks out the window, happily staring at the giant thermometer outside. I pick up Gramps' favorite tape and put it into the player, still staring at Marina. Frowning, I catch a glimpse of myself in the rearview mirror. Please don't hurt her. Please. Are you worried about you hurting her? 'Cause you're kinda being all of that right now.
Oh, and it says here that there are giant dinosaur statues just up ahead.
Awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Amber. Everything she's been saying for the past few hours has been zooming right past me. It's not that I don't understand it. I've read the guidebook she's been pointing to about 1,000 times as a kid, but it's all being drowned out by the music and my constant thinking. Drive hasn't done much to soothe the budding anxiety inside me. No! Communication will! My loves! Communicate! In fact, I'd say it's just made it worse. After 4 states worth of desert and endless stretches of road, it's maddening to see it all get mauled over by overpasses and the slowest, most painful and rage-inducing traffic I've ever seen. With nothing but Gramps' tape to keep me grounded, it's been a battle not to go mental. My mind keeps wandering back to Marina, how we're together, what exactly that means, her trust, my responsibility. And the more I think about it, the more
Oh, wow! Amber, look at how white the sand is. It's just like snow.
Our observations haven't been helping either. Well, communicate! Whenever I'm about to make a breakthrough or convince myself I'm just thinking too hard, she pipes in and suddenly I feel like I'm right back to where I started in Colorado. At least I can take solace in the scenery, going back to something more familiar as we get closer to Palm Springs. Like Marina said, the sand is a lot whiter and looks almost as soft as cotton. It fades into fields of rocks and dry plants, traveling into expansive mountain ranges. All this just off the side of the road. It feels like the kind of desert people wander around and go crazy in. Something I can very much sympathize with. After all, wandering around in the desert and going crazy is how I met Marina. I think that's where the seeds of trust and responsibility were sown. At least I like to think that's why she trusts me. Because I helped her. And it's through the next few weeks that trust will be built upon. Cultivating into something more, maybe even greater than that. Marina became important to me. Someone I had to protect. You are a partnership. It's a give and take relationship. You can give protection and responsibility and trust, but so can she. You can take that trust and take that feeling of responsibility from her, taking care of you, and that feeling of protection of her bundled around you while you cry. It's a two-way street. Two.
Whoa, look at all the windmills.
Windmills are cool. Driving across I-80, they were so huge. That got me, was how big the windmills were. I clutched down on the steering wheel. By doing what I did last night, did I betray that sense of greater than trust? Oh, are you panicking because you did the do? Yeah. She saw me crying. She comforted me. I made a move, and oh God. Communicate. If you're two consenting adults, the realization like a punch to the gut, I had to swerve off to the side of the road and hurl my guts out. I used her. I used Marina.
Amber, look!
She tugs on my sleeve and points out the window. As far as I can see into the hazy distance, an army of windmills line the sand and stretch all the way to the hilltops. Their wings spin down in unison, cycling with the steady wind. Snuff snapped me out of it, at least for a few seconds. But once the initial novelty wears off, I'm right back to where I've been for hours.
I've never seen so many.
Talk to your girlfriend! Marina sounds completely blown away. Enchanted even. It's cute. But I need to think this through. Really think this through. Or you can communicate. Maybe she has an opinion. Like, she could have left or said no.
Hey, do you think we could actually be quiet for a little while?
Oh, sure. That's fine.
Thanks.
She goes back to looking out the window, swaying to the music. She is happy. So pure, innocent. And I took advantage of that. Is that all I've been doing this entire time? Using her to make myself feel better? In some ways, yes. You were at first, yes. But don't even want to consider it, but it adds up. I was lonely, didn't have anybody else, saw a cute girl, picked her up, and consistently used her to curb that, all while telling myself that I was just helping and protecting her. But you got treasure and went on an adventure with her. Then convinced myself of more, hoping to forget about the most important person in the world to me. Tape clicks to stop, jolting me back to reality. I eject it and flip it around, fumbling with tape as I shove it back into the player and press play. Starts off the same as always, same static, same first note, everything. But soon the audio starts to slip, like someone is sliding on the tape. Music jarbles into something distorted and ugly, speeding up, slowing down, and going backwards all at once. I frantically push the eject button over and over again, but it's too late. The deck slips out, the tape string of tattered ribbon tangled around it. Marina is too captivated by something outside and knows what happened, but I feel all of it. Tears start to swell up deep inside me, but it just morphs into fury.
Check it out! That mountain still has snow!
God damn it! Shut up!
Wow. Here is where unprocessed feelings turn into something more when you put a cap on it. If you put that cap on and then you twist it in real tight, that pressure does not go away. Especially if you shake it and poke it and pop. And it just goes boom into exactly that. As if the universe was conspiring against me. A deafening explosion blasts in front of us. Tremors shake the motorhome. We bounce in our seats as I grip the wheel and pound on the brakes, swerving out of traffic. Our hearts almost collide, gasping for air. Marina turns to me for answers.
Damn it! Not now!
I tear off my seatbelt and rush outside. Smoke rises from the engine, tearing into my lungs as I open the hood.
Ah, shit!
Marina runs up aside, waving away the smoke. Her jaw drops.
Oh my god, what happened?
What do you think happened? The engine blew!
I punt the bumper and make a small dent, like my numb foot is made of steel.
What? But how?
How the hell would I know?
She flinches back, but manages to put on a hopeful smile.
We have some tools, maybe we can fix it.
Laughing, I lean in and scoff in her face.
Oh, you know how to fix the engine, Marina?
Why are you being such a frickin' jerk? Oh my god.
No, but I thought maybe you could.
Do I look like a mechanic to you?
Why are you such a jerk right now? Aww. Marina wraps herself in the security of her arms and looks at the windmills, their wings casting thick, brief shadows over us.
I just thought...
You thought? The last time you thought, you ended up broken down on the side of the road!
Why are you such a jerk?
So maybe it would be better for the both of us if you continued not to think!
If you put your feelings in a bottle, you won't make a genie. She can hardly look at me. Her voice lowers in a fragile whisper, crackling as she speaks.
I just wanted to help.
Yeah.
Unless you can magically pull a phone out of your ass and call a tow truck, then you can't! And even if you could, you would probably just let it get stolen.
Dick! No response.
You want to make yourself useful? Go back into the RV!
Stop being such a jerk. Marina keeps her eyes to the ground. Without saying another word, she slinks back to her seat. I sigh and space myself out in front of the motorhome, waving my hands back and forth as cars speed by, ignoring my signal. Even though I can't follow my own stupid advice.
Yeah, alright. I understand. Thanks.
Tingling the cord, I set the phone down and sit on the bed, then sigh into my hands. Hotel sheets are surprisingly soft, a hell of a lot softer than stiff rags I was been sleeping on lately. Downtown Palm Springs, a 5-star hotel. We were lucky they had a vacancy, let alone checked us in this late. 5-star hotel. Snap. Of course, a nugget of gold can go a long way in arson and the art of persuasion. I was sprung for a cheap motel, but every place has no vacancy signs lit up, and well, I guess I just wanted to pamper Marina one last time. Especially after earlier. Especially before what I'm about to do. Door creaks open. Marina walks onto the carpet. Her hair still damp and stringy. Noticing me, she stares down, avoiding eye contact. I do the same, letting silence overtake the room until one of us is forced to say something.
How was the shower?
It was nice. Got hot really fast.
The room goes silent again. Neither of us can look at each other, but we're both stuck, trapped until one of us can get past the awkwardness. Marina is the first to look up.
Will the motorhome be okay?
Probably not.
Yeah. They said the engine overheated. Should be able to fix it.
Yeah, but it's really old, my loves.
That's good.
First words we've spoken to each other in hours. Even after I flagged down a car and got someone to call a tow truck for us, we just sat in unbearable silence the entire ride over. It was a silence that gave me time to reflect about how wrong I was. How wrong I've been. And what I really need to do.
I'm sorry about yelling at you earlier. I was angry.
Yeah, and myself.
I shouldn't have taken that out on you.
I was being annoying. I should have stopped talking when you asked me to.
No! You've never done anything wrong. It was always me.
She's kinda done a couple things wrong, my love. Really has. She's allowed to be wrong, and you're allowed to be wrong, and as long as you talk about it. Always.
Don't be so dramatic.
There we go. She flails her arm over her forehead and falls dead onto my shoulder.
Everyone gets mad sometimes. Don't beat yourself up over it.
I shake my head and pull away.
It's not about getting mad. It's that I didn't live up to my end of the bargain. Again.
What? Bargain. You didn't make a bargain. To bargain, you have to have two sides agreeing on something. You didn't agree on anything.
Amber?
I look at the curtains and sigh. We're not missing anything. Just an ugly view of the parking lot.
I just got off the phone. I bought a bus ticket home for you. One way.
Why?
Huh?
The cab should be here 10:30 tomorrow morning to take you to the station.
Marina shakes out a stilted laugh. She's not smiling, though.
You're just teasing me again, right?
I ignore her and continue.
You can call your parents with the phone. I don't mind paying the extra charge.
You're serious?
Bug-eyed, Marina freezes, the truth slowly settling in. Amber!
What about the festival? The treasure?
She snaps back, desperate to find some kind of rope to pull me back in.
You can keep it. All of it. I don't care. I'll go to the festival, go home, and get a job. I'll just pay everything off that way.
Right. How it should have been to begin with, when this trip was about Gramps and not me. Maybe Gramps was excited about you exploring your own life. I don't care how long it takes. I owe him and Marina that much. If you owe Marina, just hang out with your girlfriend. Marina stifles. The tears are starting to leak out, but she braces herself, trying to remain strong.
Then what about us?
What about it?
Dick. I feel like I just ripped my heart in half. For Marina, it looks like the entire world has been nuked. I mean, yeah, you just... It makes me want to hug her, to hush her, tell her over and over that I didn't mean it. But she can always count on me, but I can't.
Why?
It doesn't matter.
It does. If you talk and communicate. Oh my god, why is this a hard concept?
Tell me!
Yes. Just open the heck up.
I said no.
Dumbass? Oh my god. Why did I play this? You are so infuriating.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Communicate with your partner.
Because you wouldn't understand.
She would too. You can't know that until you try.
Look, you'll be fine. Just keep your head down and don't talk to anybody.
Stop treating me like a fucking child!
Yay, Marina! Stand up for yourself, yes. Angry tears streak down her face. Through heavy breathing, she recoils, shocked by her own words.
I didn't mean...
Yeah, you did. And it's good you said it. She steps closer, strokes my cheek, turning my face to hers as I try to hide my watery eyes.
Amber, please, don't do this.
Yeah, don't.
I love you.
Oh. Please stop. Don't make this harder.
How can I understand if you don't tell me?
Point! She barely manages to speak, the tears now in free fall as she chokes out the words.
Let me help.
Squeeze my hand into a fist, tripping as I back away to the door. You are so dumb.
I'm sorry.
You're so dumb.
Amber.
Oh my god. Her knees buckle and she crumples to the ground, bawling as she squeaks out another plea.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
I hate you so much. I throw open the door and sprint down the hall, leaving Marina sobbing, so I wipe away tears of my own.
I'm sorry.
You are so dumb. This is not how you handle adult situations. Just talk. Just talk. It's really not that hard. Oh my god. No. Hi. I just have a lot of feelings and I really need time to process those, and being with you makes it hard to process those feelings, especially since this whole trip was meant to be about Gramps. As much as I care and love you, I need a little bit of time to process myself. Hey, did you feel okay about last night? I didn't force anything on you, did I? Do you feel like you were fully informed and consented with that? I want to make sure you feel okay after everything we did. Any of those. Anything. Okay, the crowd moves on. I don't bother raising my head and allowing myself to be dragged along wherever they're going. Like you dragged Marina all over creation and then are forcing her to go back to the place where she doesn't want to go. My hand is tucked deep into my pocket, playing around with the cassette and a string of tattered ribbon. Just so much anger. The hotel is far in the distance now, lit up against the darkening sky. Marina's probably still up there crying. I let go of the tape and force myself to keep walking through the clamming misters attached to the shops and bars. It's not my business. It's what's best for her. You don't get to decide what's best for her. No, she gets to. She's got her own bodily autonomy, and she is her own person. It's best if you communicate and discuss what's best for her as a group. Like, she gets the ultimate decision, but you can give her your thoughts, your recommendation, but forcing her into a cab is not the way to go that. But it hurts. Everything hurts because you're a dumbass. I keep expecting Marina to come skip after me and lean on my shoulder so we can explore the town. That would be cute and adorable, but you're a dumbass. Or better yet, chew me out and punch me until I feel like I can justify what I've done. You don't get that. You don't get that satisfaction because you're a dumbass. But I know that's not gonna happen. She's too sweet for that. She's Marina, and you're a dumbass. I don't want anything to ever change that. Me, especially. Agreed. I can't be trusted with something that precious and not screw it up. Not again. Oh my god. Just talk. A shrieking laugh shatters my trance. Whipping around, I find a small building squished between a thrift store and a pawn shop. Pull off to the side, peek in, wanting nothing more than forget about everything. Smaller than the RV, the entire middle dedicated to 4 mismarched bars set up in the square, surrounded by cheesy island decor and streamers hanging from the ceiling. Under it all, a legion of girls. Tall girls, girly girls, redheads, blondes, brunettes, all crammed inside, chatting each other up in a festival of free-flowing drinks. Gay bar.
Oh.
Ah? I get to see myself blush in real time thanks to the window. The rest of the bar probably does too. I must look like an idiot. I don't leave though. Sitting at the bar beneath the red and pink party lights is a slim girl with shady rainbow-dyed hair. She sways on her stool as she laughs with the bartender, the shape of her ass outlined in her tight jeans. Can't buy her a drink, but then again, this is the place for it. Maybe catching a glimpse of me, she turns to the window, gives me a big, bright smile. Images of Marina flash through my head. Images from last night, at first. Her holding me kissing her neck. Oh. And then the Valley of Fire, finding all the pieces of the treasure, helping her on the side of the road. But the images that stick out the most are the quiet times. Me driving on the highway while Marina sways back and forth to my music. I back away, and then take off as fast as I can. Did you finally come to your dumbass senses? Am I that disgusting? Was that all Marina was to me? I slapped myself when it barely stings. I do it again, smacking myself so hard the tears bead in my eyes. Blinking back, I swallow and keep running. Stop hitting yourself. What now? One by one, the shops vanish behind me, sidewalk thins, then disappears. Eventually, it's too dark to even see the ground, and I'm running until under unfiltered starlight. Great job. When I finally stop, my shoes are heavy with sand. I wilt over and suck in huge, gasping breaths. Forcing myself to look over my shoulder, I realize I'm surrounded by sand dunes and rocky hill ranges. I've left the city far behind me. My footprints prove that. The cacti scattered at random, like sorrowful people brooding under the moonlight, their prickly limbs reaching up for the sky. Settle my breathing and listen to the sounds of the desert. And wait while coyotes come from the middle of the desert, stalk me down, and kill me. Because I'm a dumbass who ran into the desert at night. Gust of wind stirring the dry air, the crackly yelp of a coyote. There it is. The whimsical horns and hypnotic guitar strums of faint ska music. Wait. Now I am really disgusted. Squinting at the horizon, I catch a glimpse of an unmoving light. It's faint and alone, but it's definitely there. Pressured by some kind of masochism harbored deep within me, I follow the light. The closer I get, the more I know I should turn back, but my fears are proven to be right as I approach the sound. Black motorhome with stripes just as hideous as the music blasting from it. Is it this where we circle back around with Mariah's crew? With every screech of the trumpet, my ears bleed a little more. Every time the guitar plays that stupid, unchanging rhythm, I die inside. But the worst part of it is something I've never even been subjected to before. Singing. If you can call that. Not from the song, but from a familiar brain-piercing wail masking over it. It's awful, like a dying siren trying to reel in one last sailor. I mean, it's working. Covering my ears doesn't help. I can only wince in agony as it reaches a high note, probably killing any wildlife in the general area. Someone needs to stop this. Why? They're in the middle of nowhere. Why are you even there? I march to the door, wondering why I'm even going to bother. After everything she's pulled, why should I when I can just go about my life? Facts. You could walk back, have an open and honest conversation with your partner, and then see where your life goes from there. But then she reaches the chorus. Yeah, that's why. I give door 3 solid bangs. Singing stops.
Ha! I knew you numbskulls couldn't live without me!
Oh god. Marina swings the door open. She's flushed, dangling a glass bottle from her hand, only to be silenced to a single sniff upon seeing me.
You suck at treasure hunting and singing. Go figure.
She slams the door in my face. I knock again. It's delayed, but she reopens the door, her head cautiously peeking halfway out.
You've taken everything from me. What else could you possibly want?
Your soul.
Fair. Did you both make stupid decisions? I mean, you both have the same color eyes, so...
Give me the treasure and you got a deal. I'll throw in the slackers, too.
That's probably not gonna happen.
She leans out the door, nearly stumbling over as she peers from side to side.
Where's your better half?
I look down. How do I even answer that? Mariah growls and limps towards her refrigerator.
Come in.
May as well. No one is waiting for me anymore, and yelling at Mariah is as good as a distraction as any. I climb in. My nose is instantly assaulted by the smell of rancid beer. And whiskey. And vodka. Might even be traces of skunk. I decide to breathe through my nose. Through my mouth. Both opposite. The couch and the cot are both empty. No lackeys to feed into Mariah's delusions in sight.
Where are the other 2?
Head in the depths of her fridge, Mariah only snorts.
Tess wanted to see some stupid walk of fame, so Joe took her.
Palm Springs has a walk of fame?
According to the squirt.
She leans back out of the fridge.
How old are you?
19. Why?
Close enough. Drink.
Ugh. With a loose throw that I actually have to die for, she tosses me a bottle. The print is in Spanish, carved into a thick glass just above the label. Try pronouncing it, but it comes out sounding depressingly American.
You should be worshipping me. That's the good stuff.
I'm ecstatic.
I think she's far too gone to notice the flatness in my voice. Even if she did, I doubt she'd care. With something resembling happiness on her face, she cradles half a dozen or so bottles to the couch.
You gonna drink all that? Haven't you had enough?
Go die. You stole my equipment and my treasure. I'm not letting you steal my 40 ounces to freedom.
Oh my god, you guys are so dumb. I shrug and flop down beside her. Mariah drunkenly reaches for the remote, misses it twice, and then switches off the music and hurls the remote across the room.
Finally, thank you. I hate ska.
Mariah snarls at me like a toothless piranha.
It's reggae, you uncultured brat!
She slumps back down.
This guy's okay too.
Uncultured? You were the one who wanted to blow up Shiprock.
It was a suggestion. Suggestion! I don't have nearly enough TNT for that.
The fact you even have it is what bothers me.
Whatever, at least I know what I listen to is good. I like whatever you're into.
Oh, I can assure you, what I listen to is better than ska.
Reggae!
Jazz fusion, new age, world music, all better than your circus noise.
You actually like that hippy-dippy crap? What Volkswagen did you fall out of?
The one that hit your mother when she was pregnant with you, apparently.
Whoa! I don't know what's happening, but I'm here for it. We both click our tongues. Without looking, she pops my cap with a bottle opener, then hers. Giving a half-assed clink of our bottles, we take a swig. Swampy drink trails down my throat, setting my chest on fire. My experience with alcohol is really limited. Gramps didn't have a lot of booze around, and when he did, it was always meat or wine. Only snuck some out a few times for special dates. Oh.
Gotta say, you're a lot less bearable without the dits holding you on a leash.
Shut up!
She barely held the flame to the fuse. A single word is enough to make something inside of me go off.
Don't you talk about her that way! She's a kinder, more caring person than you'll ever be!
Mariah scrunches her nose. Like my outburst didn't make any sense to her dumb, drunk face.
That's not a very high bar.
She's not wrong, but couldn't she have at least tried defending herself? I groan, I let my blood simmer down, but not before sitting out one more shot of venom.
Whatever. It's not like you're any better. You're a mess without the other two keeping you in check.
Hey! Don't get any ideas. I'm the one keeping them in check. They'd be dead by now if it weren't for me.
Sure, Mariah. I pinch the bridge of my nose, shake my head with a short laugh. Whether or not I choose to accept that Mariah exists in my reality, she's at least something familiar. Comforting probably isn't the right word for it, but she's someone to talk to. Like your girlfriend. Your girlfriend could have been someone to talk to.
Why are you here anyway?
Why are you?
Who even knows?
Fair.
Joel mentioned something about a music orgy thing.
Music orgy? You mean the festival?
Yeah, that.
Huh. And you went along with it? I guess that makes sense. You guys are a thing, right?
Building up from a bunch of snorts, Mariah bursts out laughing.
Me and that slacker wouldn't be a thing if the planets collided, wiped out everything, formed a mega planet, and we had to repopulate.
Why do I get the feeling this exact scenario has been played out in her journal multiple times?
Besides, there's more important things to focus on. Or at least,
She looks at the drawer again, then glares at me.
there were.
I hide the temptation to laugh in her face and take another gulp.
So nothing, huh? You grew up with someone and don't feel the tiniest thing for them?
She takes another swig, but this time just gives the wall a dry, blank stare.
If he's still single in 10 years, maybe I'll marry him out of pity.
I bet she'd marry the treasure in a heartbeat, though. Probably do more than just marry it.
What about you and the Dits? Aren't you two going to the music orgy together?
Music orgy is the best way to call a festival something. Her eyes narrow.
I'll kill you if that's what you're using my treasure for, by the way.
I don't answer, looking at my now near empty bottle instead.
What? You two have a fight?
Something like that.
I bet it was because of the gold. No honor among thieves, I'll tell ya.
No, nothing like that. It's hard to explain.
Talk to someone, even if it's drunk Mariah.
Well, I don't really care, but go ahead and moan if you want. It's not any different than what you usually do.
Look at Mariah, but she doesn't seem particularly interested in downing more beers than anything. She's a maniac. That has always been, and still is, abundantly clear. She probably would tear apart the entire Southwest if left unattended. Hell, maybe even the entire nation. She's no Joe. No way she can hold up an actual conversation. No way she can accidentally offer some good advice. No way she feels any sympathy. Still, I feel I can vent to her. Not trust her. After all the RV crashes, chases, and games of blackjack, but vent. She doesn't care, but maybe that's what makes it so appealing. Stay silent and stare at the ceiling, mulling over everything that's happened, searching for the right words that I can't even give to Marina. Why not?
I said that I don't care. Not that I'm willing to wait all night so you can steal my time, too.
Just give me a minute. I'm not really used to this.
Oh my god. Taking a deep breath, I look past Mariah, unwilling to let her see my shame. Okay, before you open up and actually talk about your feelings like a damn adult for once, I think that does it for today. Oh my god. Go to therapy. Use the gold. Go to therapy. You need it. Oh my god, do you need it? With that, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and let me know your thoughts here. And don't even let me know your thoughts here if you don't want to, because I don't blame you. I'd just be screaming at the screen like I feel like I did this entire time. So, thanks for having DaintyTank Scream Hour. Always some fun. Alright. Well, I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye!